Salutations, my stars. Come with Miss A as I show you yet another over-prepared video. Hi everybody, welcome back to yet another being overly prepared video. So for this one, I'm going to be talking about my classroom specifically and things that I have just to make things more festive when I am here, just in case I don't have time to run out and get things. It can be students are coming after school or before school, we're doing some sort of event, something where me being extravagant or adding that little extra flair is always necessary for me. So these are the things that I keep in my classroom. The first thing that I make sure I always have is some sort of like coloring material. So because my room is themed with Mario this semester, I make sure I have a whole bunch of Mario themed coloring sheets that I just lay out on my table in case students come before or after school. That's the way they have something to do. Another thing that I always make sure I have with me is my fidget basket. So these are just things that I use for the students, rather it be some sludge in here, they have slime, they have fidgets, they have Play-Doh, they have the little stress balls, all sort of games and things in here that can occupy their time whenever they need it. Another thing that I always make sure I have is candy. I have it on deck everywhere. One thing about kids, they absolutely love candy, so I make sure I stay on deck with this just in case. I also make sure that I keep all sorts of rewards for them. And again, these are things, all of this stuff I find at Dollar Tree, or I've had previously already, because even before I was working with kids, I loved getting these things just for myself, or when I had cousins or relatives come over, I'd make sure that I have certain things like that, right? Because kids are always wanting to do something. So of course these are things that you don't even need to spend a lot of money on, but it also makes sure that they feel welcomed, right? Another thing for decor is making sure that you have streamers, make sure that you have tablecloths, string, of course making sure you have tape is a huge thing. Tape, 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 tape. I use tape everywhere. I run out of tape the quickest no matter what I do. Tape is something that I always use, so I always make sure to say that y'all have tape or staples if that works better for your classroom or your walls. I have to use both because my walls are different textures, which is weird, but hey, I do what I have to do. Of course, I make sure that I have snacks just in case I need them. I also have balloons here. I have a whole bag of balloons. And again, some of these balloons I've had for a while, even before starting this job. So I make sure that I just keep them on deck with me just in case. You never know if it's a student's birthday. Just blowing up a little balloon with a goodie bag and giving it to them makes their whole day, because maybe they didn't even have anything. And not just for students, of course. You can do it for teachers or whoever. I also make sure that I have a whole bunch of stickers. These stickers I got from the Dollar Tree as well, so something that you can give them just for saying good job, you did it today. It gives them that little extra boost. Another thing that I make sure that I make myself is noise makers. Now these you don't have to do, but of course Miss A is extra, so I make them myself. You can also make them with your students, right? So you just need some cups, some tape, and some rice or beans or whatever you have lying around, and then you tell them to decorate the cups. You put the beans inside, doesn't matter how little or how much you put, and then you tape the cups together, and then you have little maracas, right? So that's really cool. I got these little noise makers from the Dollar Tree, and of course it was because it's for New Year's. So if they're not used, then of course I keep them, and we can use them for different events as well. And of course my favorite, pom-poms. I love pom-poms. I use them for everything. If my students say that they did good on their test, I take these out and shake them around, and it is so easy to make. All you need is some paper. Technically you can use paper for this part too, but I use that thinner paper that goes like the wrapping paper that goes inside of like gifts. And all you do is wrap the paper into a thin little like string or whatever. Not a string, what is this? This is whatever, it's that. And then you put the end of it and you cut them in half. So that's really good. It's very easy. I use this again for events after school, whatever I needed. And then of course, you always want to make sure you have gift bags and prizes ready for them. And of course, those things are a lot of self-made things as well. And I'll probably go over those in a different video where I have time to specifically talk about what I did. But these are just some of the things that I do to make my room feel more festive, make sure that my students have what they need, and even sometimes what they probably don't need, right? Okay, let me know how you like it and what you do in your classroom or your job to make your place feel more festive. See you later. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, my stars.